Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are LA.
It was exactly 1 week ago tonight that the Angels defeated the New York Yankees. That has been the only victory on this homestand. The Angels trying to turn things around here tonight as they welcome in the Kansas City Royals for the first of 3. Hi, everyone, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner, Mark Goobs. And, of course, one of the things that has been a struggle for this Angels ball club, not just on this homestand, but throughout the season, has been situational hitting. We pointed out on Wednesday night against the Tampa Bay Rays that possibly one swing of the bat might get this ball club going, and you go back to Bobby Abreu's approach in that 8th inning, that double that cleared the bases, and perhaps that will jumpstart the offense, or at least try to get the guys going.
Exactly, Victor, the veteran there, the guy with a good approach to the plate. Bobby Abreu, what he did, he took that first pitch, was a breaking ball off the plate, centered into a fastball there, and drove that ball to the wall, driving in 3 runs. That's the type of approach you got to take. You have to think in lines of swinging at your pitch and not swinging at the pitcher's pitch. And that's what's happened over to this homestand. A lot of pitches out of the strike zone. The hitters attacking that. There's been opportunities to score, but they haven't come through because they haven't put themselves into a good hitter's count like Bobby was able to do just the other night.
A little bit of a change in the lineup. No Alberto Callas, but pretty much the same lineup that Mike Scioscia ran out there on Wednesday, including Bobby Wilson getting a start behind the plate. Starting pitching's been fine, and Irvin Santana's going for the W, so sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return.
by Hyundai. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better day for baseball, no question about it. Great crowds. Unfortunately, the Halos just have not lived up to what the crowds have anticipated. Good baseball, and that has not been the question. Although the starting pitching has been phenomenal, we really haven't seen too many things from the bullpen, although Fernando Rodney giving up that leadoff walk certainly came back to haunt on Wednesday. But the offensive struggles have continued, and see if they can turn it around against the left-hander today, Jeff Francis. This is the lineup that Ned Yost is running out there. The Royals come into this one in fourth place in the Central. 8.5 games back with a 27-36 record. Have Alex Gordon leading things off in left. Melky Cabrera is the center fielder. Eric Hosmer is at first base. Jeff Francoeur batting cleanup. He'll play right. Billy Butler's the DH. Mike Moustakas out of Chatsworth High School making his major league debut. He is over at third base. Brian Pena gets a start behind the plate. Chris Getz is batting eighth and playing second base, and now Cities Escobar batting ninth and playing shortstop. Taking on the young one, Urban Santana, 3-5 with a 4.30 ERA.
Well, the thing for Urban, it's all about his pace and getting that fastball command early on in the ball game. Velocity has not been an issue for him. It's been able to pitch consistently on the inner half. He's had a very good slider. At times, a good curveball, and his changeup has been improving as the season has gone along.
Take a look at the defense behind Urban Santana as well as in left. Borges in center. Hunter is in right. In the infield is Sturris and Ivar. On the left side, Kendrick and Trumbo on the right. And Bobby Wilson getting to start behind the plate today.
And Bobby Wilson making his fourth start behind the plate. Very solid defensively, quiet as far as moving behind the plate. Does not tip location of the pitch. Has a strong throwing arm and above. It does a good job of commanding respect behind the plate.
Urban Santana, the last time out, took a loss against the New York Yankees. Gave up just 3 earned runs in 7 innings on 7 hits. Gave up 2 home runs in that ball game. Crucial blows to the game as we take a look at our Hyundai key to the game for tonight.
I'm going little sticks tonight for you, Victor.
Nice.
Not too much time on my hands. Again, taking a little liberty, adding in another word in there. Big thing with Urban Santana. Getting that good rhythm going as far as not taking time between pitches. And, of course, right now the team cannot wait back to get a winning streak going. Start tonight.
What's the organization that protects songwriters?
I don't know, but I need it.
ASCAP. They might be filing a little cease and desist order. Here's Alex Gordon to lead things off for Kansas City. Irvin's first pitch is cut on and fouled back. This is one thing that we will say about the Kansas City Royals. This is the 3rd time that the Angels have faced this team, twice in Kansas City. Of course, the first time here at the Big A. They are aggressive. If they see a fastball early on the count, they will pull the trigger. Or if they see the fastball on the count, consecutive pitches, they will pull the trigger. Ned Yost at the helm.
It's almost like the thought process is anything that's going to be a fastball, we're swinging no matter what. They don't chase a lot of breaking pitches necessarily at his zone, particularly early in the count. When you're behind, you're forced into that mode.
Breaking pitches down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alex Gordon playing left field on an everyday basis now. 284 average, 7 home runs, and 33 runs batted in. A homegrown product for Kansas City as he lifts this one in the air toward left center field. Inverted. We'll call off Borges. And there's the first down of the ball game.
Big thing with Kevin Seisler, their hitting coach for the Royals. His philosophy was slightly different as a hitter. He was more patient at the plate. But again, this club right here looks for the fastball early on. And he said right now he just wants him to hit the ball up the middle to the other way. And then when they make a mistake on the breakable, that's when you turn on that pitch. But he likes the contact that the club has been making. Not necessarily a lot of power, but consistent contact.
There's Melky Cabrera, the switch-hitting center fielder who looks at a strike. Melky's had a nice year for Kansas City. 269, 8 home runs, and 38 runs batted in. 38 runs batted in, puts him second on the team behind Jeff Francoeur. Pretty good numbers for a number 2 hitter. But Urban, for the second consecutive batter, has gotten ahead at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Cabrera hammers one out to deep right field. On an 0-2 pitch, the Royals have a 1-0 lead. The 49th home run hit by Kansas City, the 9th for Cabrera.
Well, a dangerous pitch. Looked like they were trying to go inside with the fastball. But if you're going to go inside 0-2, it has to be for a purpose to get him uncomfortable at the plate. You certainly want to go for a strike on that part of the plate.
That's the 13th home run allowed by Irvin Santana this season.
And you see Bobby Wilson wants that fastball up and off the plate. Instead, gets a lot of the strike zone about belt high, inner half. That's a danger spot against a left-handed batter.
Eric Hosmer did not go around as they check on the appeal. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Hosmer, a rookie, called up 3.5 weeks ago, hitting .309, 5 home runs, 21 driven home. Laces one out towards center field. Borges giving chase, and he will track it down, as he has done oh so often for the second out.
Right now, the Royals hitters look pretty comfortable at the plate, even though it's the first inning, getting their arms extended. And fastball again, Hosmer with that great compact swing, hit that ball hard to center field. Borges able to run that one down. Fly ball to left, home run to right, fly ball hard hit to center field so far.
So with 2 outs, bases clear. Jeff Francoeur steps in now. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Francoeur is the guy that's always looking for that fastball, especially on the inside part of the plate. Hitting .281, 9 home runs and 40 RBIs. The elder statesman on this team for Kansas City, especially with all the young guys that they've called up. Francoeur with 16 doubles, a couple of triples. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice play by a fan with the glove. He was tracking it.
He was tracking that. That ball was hit hard going up in the stands and made the play. But getting back to that 0-2 fastball by Irvin. Yeah, anytime you go inside, it's got to be, for me, 0-1 inside is a very effective pitch. 0-2, hitters are in protect mode. So if you make a mistake, damage could be done to you.
Sturis to his left, and Francoeur is retired for the 3rd out. But Kansas City strikes first. Melky Cabrera with his 9th home run of the year. We head to the bottom of the 1st with Kansas City on top 1-0. Cabrera home run off Irvin Santana on an 0-2 pitch. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup. The Angels 5 games back in the West in 3rd place. 4 games under 500. And Mike Scioscia leading things off. The 3rd, Torrey Hunter is in right. Howie Kendrick at 2nd base. Bobby Abreu, 2nd consecutive game at DH in a cleanup spot. Vernon Wells in left. Eric Ibar short. Mark Trumbo at 1st. Bobby Wilson behind the plate. And Peter Borges batting 9th. And playing center field. Taking on the 30-year-old from Vancouver, British Columbia. A guy that is not overpowering by any stretch of the imagination. Jeff Francis.
Jeff Francis is the guy that fastball 85 to 90, curveball, slider, changeup. Makes you swing at pitches out of the zone. That's how he's effective.
2 balls and a strike on the Sturis, hitting .292. 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Francis had the start against the Angels on May 31st. Ended up picking up the victory Drops the breaking ball in there, and it's 2-2 now. His second of the year. Allowing 3 runs on 8 hits in 7 innings of work. Meister takes a called strike 3. And that's how this game starts for the Angels. We'll take a look at the Royals defensively. It's Gordon at left, Cabrera in center, Four is in right. Moustakas, Escobar, Getz, Hosmer around the infield from third to first, and Pena behind the dish.
Mike Moustakas is getting to start his major league debut at third base. Very athletic. Remember in high school ball at Chatsworth High, played shortstop. He actually closed games also, throwing at 95 miles an hour. So a strong arm for him at third base.
Torrey Hunter hitting .238, 8 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Had a 2-for-5 game on Wednesday, including a double as he lays off that pitch. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Now his 20th game of his career in the number 2 spot in the order. Swinging through the changeup.
See, that's that pitch you got to lay off of. It's 2-0 count. You're in a fastball count. See, that's the book on the Angel hitters right now from the advanced scouts. They're swinging the pitches out of the zone in fastball counts. You have to lay off that pitch and force the fastball in. And then you take that fastball 2-1.
2-2. Late on that fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jeff Francis. He came into this game with 40 punch-outs in 81 and 2/3 innings.
Certainly not known as a guy who's going to strike out a ton of hitters, but when you locate pitches like this and you're guessing up there and you guess wrong, he can paint that outside corner with the fastball. Not overpowering by no stretch of the imagination at 86.
There's Howie Kendrick swinging through the first pitch. Francis, as you recall on that May 31st game, gave up 2 runs to the Angels in the first inning, and they could have had more. That was that situation we were talking about. Peter Borges, a 3-0 count with runners at first and third. Swung at a pitch. He couldn't drive. Ended up flying out the left. And from that point forward, just kind of changed the complexion of the game for Francis. The Royals ended up scoring 5 runs in the third inning, and Francis just settled right in, going 7 strong innings, picking up a total of 2 strikeouts in that game. Now it's a lazy fly ball down the right field line. Jeff Francoeur comes over, and he'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Very quiet inning for the Halos. 1 in the books. 1-0 Kansas City. Angels baseball is brought to you by 76 Gasoline. We're on the driver's side and by your local Mazda dealers. Royals have a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Both guys, Irvin Santana, Jeff Francis, working at a quick pace. Billy Butler takes a breaking pitch in for a strike. It'll be Butler, Moustakas, and Pena. Swinging at that high fastball. Butler quickly in the hole. The no balls, 2 strikes, hitting .301 on the season. 5 home runs and 26 runs batted in.
Good spot on that 0-2 pitch. A nice little sharp slider just off the outside corner. That's the approach you want to take. Now you can go fastball that same exact spot or go right with another slider.
Breaking pitch down a right field line. It is slicing. It is foul. The count remains at 1-2. Mike Moustakas making his major league debut, waiting patiently on deck. His heart rate very still right now.
I was going to say that.
There's Connie Moustakas.
She's trying to take a deep breath herself.
Towards short, Ibar's got it to the backhand, and Butler is the first out. That'll bring up Moustakas. He's down at AAA, Omaha. The Storm Chasers of Omaha. Hitting .287 down there, 10 home runs at 44 runs batted in. He's 22 years of age. He's pointed out at Chatsworth High School. First round pick, 2nd overall in 2007. He had an unbelievable year last year, collecting a total of 26 minor league home runs and driving in 124. Biggest question for Moustakas was whether or not he fit the mold of an everyday third baseman. Swinging first pitch, hits one out of the air to left. So Mike not wasting any time is the second out here in the second.
Again, that similar approach. First pitch fastball, you're up there hacking. Hit the ball well to left field, but a routine play for Vernon Wells. And I coached at Shaman High School in the Valley there against him, and I always thought he had that body and the arm strength to be a catcher at one point or another. He was a catcher when he was younger. He played the shortstop position and now settled into third base. But I'll tell you what, he closed some games and a nasty fastball, 94, 95 miles an hour at the high school level was pretty impressive.
Here's Brian Pena, the catcher, takes a fastball in at the knees. The switch hitter hitting .237 with 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. He and Matt Trainer splitting the duties behind the plate. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Urban with no strikeouts, no walks. Giving up a home run to Melky Cabrera, an 0-2 fastball in the first inning to put Kansas City up. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
He mixed in a changeup early on against the left-handed batter for Irvin Santana. And that's a good idea to be able to use that pitch early in the game. At times, Irvin doesn't use that changeup to like the 5th or 6th inning, and it's a tough pitch because it's a field pitch.
Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tried fastball away on him.
In this location, so it's a full count. Oh, the pesky one. Chris Getz on deck.
We had some kind of series against the Angels in Kansas City last time around.
3-2, little tap of foul.
That's only hit .444 so far this year against Halo pitching.
And he lost him. 2-out walk to the catcher, Brian Pena. Puts a man on for Getz. Getz hitting .241 on the season. No home runs, 13 runs batted in. Pretty good speed for Getz. He's done one heck of a job, too, with men in scoring position. A .351 average for Getz this season, 10th best in the American League. The Royals have had a man in scoring position. The left-handed batter at the plate.
He's a good contact hitter. He doesn't try to do too much, puts the ball in play, utilizes his speed. That's what you want to have a hitter like Getz. Make contact and run.
Sturris playing in near the cut of the grass at third. Alberto Callaspo getting the night off. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Radar gun rating here has Santana touching 95. That's one thing he certainly had the last time out too against the New York Yankees. Some life on his fastball. This one grounded weakly to short. Ibar will throw to first since nobody was at second base. He could have just run it over to second base. Pena was running, for Pete's sake. We head to the bottom of the second with the Royals up 1-0. Royals on top 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Jeff Francis had himself a 1-2-3 first, including a couple of strikeouts. He'll face Bobby Abreu, Vernon Wells, Eric Ibar here in the second for the Halos. Bobby hitting .289 with a couple of home runs, 28 runs batted in. 3 of those came in one swing of the bat in the 8th inning. That double. The bases loaded in the 8th inning on Wednesday. That tied the game, but unfortunately the Angels dropping that one in extra frames 4-3 as Bobby looks at a strike. Abreu at .471 average over the last 9 games. One ball, 1 strike on Abreu. Bobby tried to wait it out, flips one down the third base line. Moustakas going out. He'll make the catch in foul territory for the first out. Fans, follow the Angels on FoxSportsWest.com/Angels. Log on and catch Joe McDonald's take on whether Bartolo Colon surgery would become or could become the new Tommy John surgery. Be sure to vote for the Angels poll question time. We ask you, in picking a future location for an Angels broadcast, the rocks behind home plate, right field patio, stay in the booth. Vernon swinging first pitch, pops it up to the outfield grass behind second base. Chris Getz will put it away, and that will be out number 2. There's the rocks. That's where Billy Mack, shimmies up there and has his mojo. Or up here in the booth. Now we got this fancy, schmancy backdrop. That's pretty sweet. You like that?
It, yeah, it looks good.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Rocks isn't too bad either out there doing the game.
Slightly windy out there.
It is a 2-club win on occasion.
Ibar takes a strike. I mean, this thing, It's almost velvet-like.
All right. You're selling me. You're selling me here. All righty.
What is it, velvet? 0-1.
Is that Mel Torme?
Yeah.
Velvet Frog or whatever he's called? Come on.
That was your generation. Mel who? Mel who?
I knew I'd sell myself out there. That's perfect.
Ibar hitting .296 with 3 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Drops a bunt on the first base side. Francis came off the mound and the throw on Ibar. Francis has retired the first 6 batters he has faced. 2 of the books. Kansas City leads it 1-0. On top, courtesy of a Melky Cabrera home run in the first inning. Royals sending up 9-1 and 2 against Irvin. Escobar, Gordon, and Cabrera. El City's Escobar, the shortstop, a free swinger. Hacking at the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. He's hitting .212 on the season, no home runs. 13 runs batted in. Part of the trade with the Milwaukee Brewers that sent Zach Greinke over to Milwaukee. Went around on that pitch. And it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Might as well try that same exact pitch a little further away from the plate.
Oh, 2. Check swing. Did he go? No. And you know what? Since we just showed an umpire, let's get acquainted with the men in black tonight. Todd Titchener behind the plate. Jerry Davis, we just saw him at first. Greg Gibson at second, and Sam Holbrook. A great name for a Western. He's over at third. Ground ball to short. Ibar's got the skimmer. Nice dig by Trumbo, and there is the first out. Hey fans, Kaiser Permanente Family Sundays at Angel Stadium are the perfect way to spend time with your family on the weekend. Free activities for kids include a variety of games as well as arts and crafts. The next Family Sunday takes place Sunday at 12:35 p.m. against the Royals. To purchase your tickets today, visit angels.com. If I giggle on occasion on some of these reads, it's because my partner likes to.
I get excited about the giveaways.
He actually, I mean, I guess he's playing charades as I'm reading these reads. Alex Gordon takes down low for ball
Trying
1.
to get you excited.
Yeah.
Family fun pack.
It's a funny bone kind of thing. Gordon takes a breaking ball in there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Gordon hit a fly ball to left to start the ball game. 0 for 1. Good pitch there. Took something off.
Still a changeup.
Yep, 1 and 2. Inside, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, that's a good time to go inside with the fastball. Change up away, and you bust that fastball in. Now you can go right back in with another fastball or go something away. And a hard slider in.
Lays off of it. And a full count to Gordon. Missed inside apparently, and it's a walk, second issued by Santana. Bobby was set up outside, and a lot of times umpires won't give that strike call, but
it gets that inside corner of the strike zone on our Fox tracks.
I mean, I don't buy it either. I mean, if the other, who cares where the catcher is set up? If it's within the strike zone,
strike's a strike,
no question.
Gordon is a guy that will try to steal a base. He's got 5 stolen bases on the season.
Pretty good lead over there, and a throw over has him getting back safely. Royals are second in the American League in stolen bases this year. 60 stolen bases. They've been caught 15 times.
Urban's allowed 10 stolen bases against him so far this year. Only 1 would-be base stealer has been caught.
And Bobby's just 0 for 2. Mentioned this being his 4th start. This was found off the left. Cabrera, 1 for 1. 9th home run of the year in the first inning. His 39th run batted in. Kansas City, as we pointed out, an interesting bunch in that they are very aggressive. They are 5th in the American League in average, 260. They've scored runs in bunches. They are 6th in the runs category. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. But they don't hit a whole lot of home runs. They're slugging just ahead of the Angels at 394. And they haven't pitched very well. They are last in staff ERA at 4.71. They've played okay in Kansas City. They have struggled out on the road this year. Royals 21-20 at Kauffman Stadium, 6-16 out on the road.
A little different brand of baseball at home at Kauffman Stadium. You can utilize the speed. Power game comes into play on the road because most stadiums aren't as big as Kauffman Stadium.
0-2, and that's pulled toward right field. Torrey's not going to get it all the way to the wall. Gordon got a good break from first. Torrey gets the ball in, and Rodriguez will stop Alex Gordon at third. Eddie Rodriguez, the third base umpire, immediately throwing up the stop sign. And now Melky Cabrera with a home run and a double against Irvin Santana.
Both on 0-2 pitches. This time a slider on the inner half. He's able to drop the head of the bat and drive that ball to right field. This spin action didn't get on top of that slider where he got around with his wrist. Flat breaking ball. Urban's been ahead of the count 0-2. 5 batters already in this game.
Big goose egg as far as strikeouts.
Tells you just don't have that finishing pitch. You know, the last game out there too for Urban had some 0-2 counts, didn't finish off batters. Just fought his way back into almost a hitter's count, 2-2, 3-2.
Melky Cabrera come into the game in his career 2 for 14 against Irvin. He's 2 for 2 tonight, 2 extra base hits. Double for Cabrera, his 14th of the year.
So wouldn't you think this is an indication for Mike Scioscia just because of the offense being inconsistent, and that would be the best way to put it? Walking a guy, putting an extra base runner early in the ball game like this, especially a young hitter, because you know in your mind you can't afford to give up any more runs early. You're looking for a double play ball also. But
a pretty talented young hitter at that, Eric Hosmer. Gordon is at third, Cabrera at second, Hosmer over at first. Here's Jeff Francoeur. Francoeur has rolled into a team leading 8 double plays this season. That's what the Angels are hoping for. He grounded out to third to end the first inning, so he is 0 for 1. Fastball missed inside. 1 ball, no strike. Kansas City, by the way, a .292 average with the bases loaded. Outfield pretty much straight around. Borges shading Frank Core the opposite way as this one's pulled towards short. Ibar's got it, feeds Kendrick for one. The relay to first in time. Just like Mike Scioscia drew it up. Into the bottom of the third. Still on top. In the bottom of the third, Trumbo, Wilson, Borges against Jeff Francis, who has been perfect through the first 2 innings, including a couple of strikeouts. Mark Trumbo had his 9-game hitting streak snapped on Wednesday, going 0 for 4. But overall hitting .257, 11 home runs at 29 runs batted in. 12 doubles, no triples. The off-speed pitch catches the outside corner, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Trumbo's had success against Jeff Francis, 3 for 6 so far this year against him.
This being the 3rd start Jeff Francis has made against the Angels. Mark chasing a pitch off the plate. It's 1-2 now. Jeff's first start came back on April the 1st. No decision, 1 earned run, 5 hits in 7 innings, and I pointed out that last game on May the 31st. Trumbo goes down swinging for out number 1.
And now it's time for the Jaguar performance. Irvin Santana needing a double play ball to get through that 3rd inning without any damage against him. It's a nice breaking pitch for Frank Core, who's hit now into his 9th double play. Nice play by Eric Ibar. Good feed to Howie Kendrick to turn over the first 6-4-3 double play. When you get back to that, when you face the club 3 times already in the season, for me, always the advantage goes to the hitter. At that point, you know all the pitcher's tendencies, all his out pitches. I mean, you're always going to fall in a pattern of first pitch fastball, first pitch changeup, sinker away, fastball in for show. You should be at the advantage if you're a hitter.
Bobby Wilson breaks up the perfecto here in the 3rd with a 1-out base hit to left. I mean, the approach has to be against Jeff Francis, and we talked about this on May the 31st in Kansas City. You've got to think middle of the field or the opposite way as a right-handed batter, because that fastball, number 1, is not overpowering, and it hasn't been since the problem with the shoulder. And number 2, he's going to live middle half away.
He's going to show you in for effect. It's almost like going up against a guy like Jamie Moyer. Granted, Francis throws a little bit harder than Jamie Moyer did. The reality is if you try to pull fastballs away, changeups away, you're going to make it easy out almost every time. You have to think, stay back, crowd the plate, because he's not going to beat you inside. Crowd the plate, look away, and drive the ball to right field, to center field every time. And if he comes in at all, you still have time to make the adjustment and crush the ball.
Peter gets jammed, pops it up to shallow left. Here comes Alex Gordon. 2 outs.
Number 13, third baseman, KCA AT ANA.
So back to the top of the order now with Bobby Wilson at first, 2 away. Meister 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first inning. 3 strikeouts for Francis. Season high for Francis, 6 punch outs that came back May the 20th against the St. Louis Cardinals. Fouled off to the right, it's no balls and a strike.
So even though Peter Bourjos got beat on that fastball inside, that's okay. I mean, granted, you want to get a base hit, but the bottom line is he's not going to be able to get you out consistently in like that. So next time he tries to come in, he might make a mistake, and that's when you hit the ball out of the ballpark. Otherwise, think single, double the other way.
Moustakas playing in third against Asturias. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1 now. Francis is not going to walk a lot of guys. 5th in the American League in fewest walks per 9 innings. This one bounced right back to him. Asturias is retired for the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit. The Angels leave a man on. 3 in the books. Kansas City still on top 1-0. Here at the top of the 4th inning, it's also time now for our AT&T trivia question. Jeff Francis, one of 5 Canadian-born pitchers in the last 60 years with 17 or more wins in a season. Who are the others?
Fergie Jenkins?
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, but Jason Dixon for the Angels, I don't know if he won 16 or 17.
That'd be a good call. Billy Butler hammering one out to deep left field. This one is gone. A solo home run for Billy Butler. The 2nd in the game for Kansas City. It's 2-0 Royals.
His 4th career home run against Irvin Santana. With 7 hits in his career against Santana, but 4 of them big flies. Well, again, jumping on a fastball early in the count. That approach for the Royals hitters.
Irvin right now living right down the pipe, though. See Bobby Wilson set up. That pitch, too good of a pitch for the first pitch of an at-bat.
Especially when you address the fact that this club jumps on the first pitch fastball, first or second pitch fastball, they're all over it.
Home run number 6 for Butler. Moustakas, who swung at the very first pitch of his big league career, takes 2 here. He's ahead of the count of 2 balls and no strikes. 3-0 now. Moustakas 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to left field in the second. So a home run on the 1 pitch to Butler and a 4-pitch walk to a rookie in his first major league game puts a man on for Brian Pena.
4th walk.
Yep, 4th walk issued by Santana. One intentional walk to Hosmer that led to, I should say, the double play that ended the 3rd inning. So man at first, still nobody out. Here's Pena, who drew a walk himself in the second. So 0-1. Bobby Wilson glancing into the dugout, getting a sign from Mike Scioscia. The Royals with 2 runs, 3 hits. They've stranded 3. The Angels have 1 hit, and they left 1 man on base. Irvin now has allowed 2 home runs in each of the last 3 starts. 2 against Kansas City on the 30th of May. 2 allowed to the Yankees earlier on in this homestand, and now 2 tonight. They're going to give them up, though. Solo jobs are okay. Except the way
when you're not scoring runs,
the
they're not okay.
Played, especially this homestand.
See right there, Mike Scioscia giving a sign. The running game is controlled by Mike Scioscia. Most times, even the pickoffs at first base are a designed play. Moustakas runs pretty well. This might be a scenario, though, where hit and run is put on.
Runner goes. This one hit in the air to left. Vernon is there. They'll make the catch. Moustakas hits back to first. 1 out.
Number 17, second baseman Chris Guest.
Just talking about the home runs that Santana has allowed this year. Now 14 allowed. The leader in Major League Baseball's Kobe Lewis with 17. Bronson Arroyo of the Reds, Brett Myers of the Astros with 16 each.
Those 3 ballparks are conducive to home runs. This ballpark right here, no more as a pitcher's yard.
And now Irvin. Gets grounded out his last time up, so 0 for 1 game, but ahead of the count of 2-0. Melky Cabrera with a solo home run in the first inning. Billy Butler with a leadoff home run here in the 4th to give Kansas City a 2-0 lead. Halos 2-4 against Kansas City this year. Gets pulls one foul. It's 2-1. The Angels have hit well against Kansas City this season, a .292 average, but still unable to get it going so far against Jeff Francis. Moustakas with a pretty good lead at first. The 2-1. Gets taps a foul at the plate. Off his leg. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Former Chicago White Sox. Going over with Josh Fields in exchange for Mark Teahan a couple of years ago. Gets settling in that second base position. Mike Aviles was optioned down at AAA to make room for Mike Moustakas. Two. Another roller foul.
Back-to-back breaking pitches inside on Getz. And usually a guy that, a speed guy like that, first pitches up in the zone so they can knock it into the ground. You can sink a fastball away and be effective against them.
In the air to shallow center field. Ibar going out. Borges coming in. Ibar with a basket catch for the second out. Eric taking charge there. Moustakas remains at first.
Again, is it middle infielder going back on a pop-up, calling it right away. Eric Ibar, who's very effective going back on a pop-up, called off Peter Borges, although much easier play for Peter Borges coming in. But the communication was there and the play was made. Seen a number of those plays fall in during the course of the year this year because of that lack of communication. Good job by both of them in that one.
There's Alcides Escobar with 2 outs and a man at first. Escobar, ground out victim leading off the 3rd inning. Takes a fastball for a strike. One of the few fastballs that, as far as location is concerned, that Irvin has really spotted. Painting the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike. Kind of a shake of the head there by Irvin. A little frustrated perhaps on the slider that he doesn't quite have tonight.
It's almost like he's fighting in between the slider and the curveball and the grip and how to get on top of that pitch.
Well, at that point, isn't the question, which one do you feel more comfortable throwing, and ditch one of them so that,
especially if it during the course of the game, that's why you have that warm-up session in the bullpen before you come in the game. Sometimes you get a feel for certain pitches as the game progresses, but for me, the changeup, very effective for as far as changing speed, the fastball and the slider, much better.
Another throw over. Moustakas, by the way, in case you were wondering, had 1 stolen base down at AAA. As Escobar lines one into right field. That's a base hit on a 1-2 count. Too good of a pitch again with 2 strikes. First and second now. And back to the top of the order, and Alex Gordon.
Again, because he didn't throw that snap on that slider, more of a trackable slider for him. Well, you can see right there, Fox Mo shows exactly where his wrist is at. You want to be on top of that slider to be able to better snap. You want that short, sharp break to it. You get underneath the baseball, that's when you end up flattening out. That it's more of a lateral movement instead of a down. See right there, that wrist has to be in a better position to be able to have that snap to it.
Alex Gordon takes the breaking ball for a strike. Moustakas at second, Escobar at first base. That's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Victor, when I talk about that slider, it's getting underneath your wrist like this. A true slider, you want to be on top of it, and it's that snap like that. Getting underneath there, you have a lateral movement this way. True slider, you want to be on top, snap and you have a break like that to be effective to get the easier out.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Gordon 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to left field to lead off the game, drew a walk into third. Irvin at 69 pitches so far. He's thrown 21 here in the 4th inning. On the ground to Trumbo, he'll take it himself. That will end the inning, but the Royals double up on the Angels. Billy Butler with a leadoff home run, his 6th of the year. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, the Halos down 2-0. Ball is brought to you by AT&T. By your Southern California Ford dealer. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. We could broadcast from there, but we wouldn't be able to see the game. Just call it from the monitors, I guess.
That'd be pretty cool.
Torrey Hunter leads things off. Shows bunt, takes the breaking ball down and in for ball 1. Hunter, Kendrick, Abreu here in the 4th inning for the Angels. 2, 3, and 4. Torrey has strike out, victim of the first. And the 3 punch outs for Jeff Francis this evening. Lines one over the head of Getson into right center field. There's a base hit. Cabrera plays it cleanly, and Torrey's on board with a leadoff base hit. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. Jeff Francis, one of 5 Canadian-born pitchers in the last 60 years with 17 or more wins in a season. Who are the others? How about Ryan Dempster, Kirk McCaskill? Yep. John Hiller. Wow. John Hiller.
Kurt McCaskill.
I got 2 and you got 1.
I thought Jason Dixon was in that for sure. Plus only won 16. He made the All-Star team that year.
I mean, it's a great guess.
Why you want to rub it in there?
That's how I
we're
roll.
close. I thought we were close.
Oh, no. Throw over to first. Torrey's back.
And the interesting thing Torrey Hunter did is that last at bat is Rod Carew, when he came up at one time after he threw out the first pitch, talked about the importance of time. Even if you don't bunt, go up there to line up to bunt the baseball. Even if you don't hit it, it allows you to track the baseball. And Torrey was able to track that next pitch and shot that ball in the right center field. Sometimes that's what you need to do as a hitter, is to be able to see the plane the baseball's breaking in on you at.
1 ball, 1 strike on Howie. Hit a fly ball to right field in his first inning AB. Another throw over, and Torrey diving back in. Mentioned the Royals second in the American League in stolen bases. The Angels fifth with 54. Torrey's got 2. He's been caught stealing once.
Francis has allowed 7 stolen bases. 2 would-be base stealers caught against him.
Howie hitting one out to straightaway center field. Melky Cabrera is back at the warning track. They'll make the catch. Torrey tags and puts himself into scoring position. Well struck by Howie. Nothing to show for it, but the first out here in the 4th inning. But the Angels do get a man in scoring position for Bobby Abreu.
Hit well, the right approach. And you just got to stick with that. Stick with that game plan, even though you didn't get a hit out of that ball. But that's where you want to hit the ball, right back up the middle. Torrey had his base at the right center.
Bobby 0 for 1. He popped out to Mike Moustakas in foul territory in the 2nd inning on a breaking pitch. Trying to put the Angels on the board. Down 2-0 here in the 4th inning. The Angels on this homestand. Do I need to repeat it?
No. I'm just going to say right here on a positive way, Dino Eagle will challenge Gordon and Cabrera in the outfield. Their arm strength is his base hit goes to left center field. Francoeur, it's a pretty strong arm. It's got to be, he has to go lateral for him to take that chance. That's the thought I'm going to go with.
I'm just kind of watching out for our viewers at home who may not be dialed in on a nightly basis as they should be. I'm trying to just provide them some information.
All right. So what are they hitting with runners in scoring position on this homestand?
During that series against the Rays, the Angels are just 4 for 27. Against the Yankees, 5 for 28. That would put them 9 for 55, a 164 average. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball for a strike, 1-1.
I'll say challenge the outfielder's arms after a base hit to the outfield.
There's
right
no
now.
doubt about it.
There we go.
Dino Ebel needs to become a windmill.
Yes.
Anything hit out to the outfield.
Let's have him ice his shoulder after a game.
Heck, let's offer him up. Give him rub downs after a game.
If he can spin around and get 5-6 guys in there, yes. No problem.
A 1-2 count here on Bobby with 1 out. Torrey over at second base. Bobby bouncing one toward the middle. Getz has it to the backhand. Low throw, and Hosmer digs it out for out number 2 as Torrey advances to third. Here comes Vernon.
Last time, first pitch swinging an all-speed pitch for Vernon Wells. Yes, he's always been a notorious first ball fastball hitter. Well, that's all right if you get the fastball, but don't swing it an all-speed pitch.
Vernon popped out of the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Slow breaking pitch down and in. A couple of off-speed pitches from Francis. Vernon ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes.
Similar count against Torrey, went through a changeup 2-0 to him. Not necessarily going to give in and throw a fastball.
.2-0 offering on the outside corner. Turned it over. It's 2-1.
For a 2-1 changeup.
And he misses high for ball 3. Eric Ibar is on deck. Torre with a leadoff single. Moved to second on the fly out by Kendrick. Moved to third on the ground out by Bobby Abreu. 3-1 pitch. Outside, he walked it. First walk issued by Jeff Francis to go with the 3 strikeouts. He pointed out earlier that he doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. 5th in the American League in fewest walks per 9 innings at 1.87. Ibar tried to bunt his way on. Rolled it up the first base line, but Francis did a nice job of pouncing on that baseball. Eric is 0-1. Moustakas playing in at third. Hosmer holding Vernon at first. And Ibar takes a strike.
Again, the fastball there, you don't know how many fastballs you're going to get during the course of this at bat now against Francis for Ibar. But was it comfortable pulling the trigger? So don't swing at that pitch.
Eric this year, 14 for 68 from the right side. That includes tonight's second inning at bat. Reaches for this one, bounces it back to Francis. That will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. The Angels leave 2 on. For the books, Kansas City is still up 2-0. Cash your MLB All-Star ballot and enter or win a trip to the All-Star Game, compliments of Scott's. Royals up 2-0 here in the 5th inning. Irvin Santana, no strikeouts, 4 walks, and 4 hits allowed. Melky Cabrera, Eric Hosmer, Jeff Francoeur, 2, 3, and 4. Seems like these guys have been up every inning. Third plate appearance for Melky Cabrera, 2 for 2 with a double and a home run.
And this is third 0-2 count also. Now I got to throw a pitch out of the strike zone here. Like way out of the strike zone.
Like bounce one?
Yes. That's close enough to being way out. And I'm going fastball away right now because he's looking in. He's hit a home run on a fastball and a double on a slider in.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. He's had a pretty good changeup too. The few that we've seen him throw tonight. I mean, he hasn't really gone to the well too often with that pitch.
Because that's an effective pitch against a left-handed batter. Because he's hole happy right now. Can get him out in front and hit a ground ball right to second base.
Emergency hack there, sliced foul into the seats, so the count remains at 1-2. The home run by Cabrera, his 9th of the year. That came with 1 out in the first. And a double in the third, his 14th. swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from Bobby Wilson. And Cabrera will reach on a wild pitch. Puts a man on for Eric Hosmer. Fans, the Angels Freedom Plan is a great gift for Father's Day. It starts at just $50 and allows you to enjoy the freedom of 10 ticket vouchers to use however you choose at select home games. Use your vouchers at 10 separate games or use all 10 at once. Buy your plan today at angels.com/mini plans or by calling 888-796-HALO. When is Father's Day? Coming up?
I think
next
so.
Sunday?
The 19th, right?
We'll be in New York and then Florida. You're writing a diary for FoxSportsWest.com on the Four Corners trip?
No.
No?
No, I'm going to let you do that one.
I retired as a writer years ago. Irvin paying close attention to Melky Cabrera. 7 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught once.
Been pretty successful. I said Irvin Santana last year allowed 36 stolen bases against him. A pretty good spot on that fastball, 94. And your focus can't go away from the hitter. This guy's got tremendous power. Even though he's a young hitter, your mindset has to be on making sure you throw a strike, keep it down in the strike zone, maybe get a double play on a ground ball.
Boy, good pitch, good location. Fooled Hosmer, was looking fastball. Evens accounted a ball and a strike. Hosmer, by the way, 0 for 1. Fly ball to center, an intentional walk.
And that's the difference between AA, AAA baseball. A lot of times you're going to get a fastball 1-0, but at the major league level, especially with a guy with a good slider or changeup, you're going to get that in fastball counts.
Runner goes. Hosmer fouls it back. Cabrera got a pretty good jump at first base.
It's one of those pitches, too, though. If he does swing and miss, Bobby Wilson's going to have a good chance to throw him out. It's a high fastball away. Very good pitch to be able to catch and throw with.
Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That strikeout of Cabrera, the first one for Irvin Santana. Melky reaching on the wild pitch. You see the pitch total now for Irvin. Every inning it has gone up. He had 13 in the first, 16 in the second, 19 pitches in the third, 22 in the fourth. Cabrera goes, check swing. They go around, he went around, so he's out. Cabrera does not stop running and ends up at third base. Bobby Wilson couldn't find the baseball.
And with the base occupied, Hosmer cannot go to first base on that ball in the dirt. But again, that's all about communication. As a pitcher, you got to point to an area where the baseball is at. Good off-speed pitch gets Hosmer swinging. Bobby Wilson trying to find the baseball. You got to say first base side if you're the pitcher. Then you run over, at least to that direction, give him a chance to stop him from being able to advance to third base. Now forces the infield in.
Looked like Bobby trying to catch that baseball on the bounce. That's why the ball hit the glove and shot to his right. Francoeur lines one right to Meister Astures. He flips to Ibar, the unconventional double play. Nice play by Meister Astures at third base. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Good defense by the Angels. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Royals still up. It's down 2-0. Nice play by Asturis and Ibar. And Eric really with the presence of mind to cut in behind over at third base. Melky Cabrera was going on contact. Mark Trumbo takes down low. You really can't fault Cabrera in that situation. I mean, a ball underneath or with air underneath it, you're supposed to kind of freeze, make sure it gets through, but it's a heck of a play by Asturis.
And you can't expect a shortstop to come behind anyhow and make that play. Eric Ibar's got great baseball instincts. To be there in that position to get through that inning with no runs allowed.
Pulled over to third. Moustakas fires it a little bit high. There's the first down here in the bottom of the fifth. Fans, the Angels host the Washington Nationals. Jason Worth's coming to town.
Oh,
your guy.
Yeah.
On June 28th at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive a Dan Herron bobblehead courtesy of Chevron Extra Mile. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or at angels.com.
That's a tremendous bobblehead.
Fantastic bobblehead. Dan Herron approves. Bobby Wilson lifting one out to center field. First pitch swinging, 2 outs.
We're going to see if a different approach for Francis against Borges. Last time up, got him out, jammed him with a fastball inside. Again, still the same approach has to be look away, whether it's that sinker away or changeup away. He throws the breaking ball in the outer half.
Hey, so when the Nats roll into town, you got to talk to Livan Hernandez perhaps about resurrecting your career. I mean, Livan's still flipping it up there.
And about at 81, 82.
Go get Bart's surgery.
They'll rush it back up there at 78, 79. It's below the hitting speed.
That's a lot faster than Jamie Moyer from the left side.
And Jamie Moyer's still contemplating coming back.
And why wouldn't he? He'll be collecting AARP benefits before his pension.
He still wins games.
Yeah.
Pitches is on the right day, I think. It's never a bad time to do that. When a team scores you a lot of runs, that's a good day to pitch.
What's he waiting for? Roy Oswalt to retire so he can go back to that Phillies rotation? Hide the back end of that staff?
Maybe he don't score as many runs anymore. You might want to stay and look around somewhere else where they score a lot of runs.
2-1 pitch to Peter. This one off the end of the bat, foul to the right side. Not a play.
Boy, slow curveball, changeup. The curveball before that was 65 mile an hour. That changeup at 74.
Two. Full count now. Top of the order, and Asturis on deck.
Showed him a fastball, best fastball. That one at 88 miles an hour, 65 mile an hour curveball. Pretty good differential between the pitches, but he's been living basically low 80s, high 70s.
On the ground at third, Moustakas has it, waits for Hosmer. Moustakas throwing a little wildly there. Nice footwork there by Hosmer. The Angels go down in order for the third time tonight, still trailing.
Now it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. Meister Stores showing some leather a la Brooks Robinson. Making that great play on that line drive. Eric Ibar with the presence of mind to be there. They get the line drive double play, but Meister starts it with a very athletic play. That was our Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Cross Brew Coors Light.
Billy Butler to lead things off here with the Royals up 2-0. The first pitch is a breaking ball down low. Butler had a leadoff home run in the fourth inning. 1-for-2 game. Home run is 6th of the year. The RBI is 27th. Irvin falls behind at 2 balls and no strikes.
Butler will definitely be swinging here 3-0.
Fastball is in there, 3-1.
Spot on that fastball away for Urban.
The leadoff walk puts a man on. It's the 5th walk of the game for Santana. Brings up Mike Moustakas. Easily the most walks that Irvin has had in a game this year. He had 4 against Kansas City on May the 30th.
He once walked 8 guys in a game against the Royals in Kansas City before.
Moustakas breaks his bat and loops one into right field. His first major league hit. Butler rounding second. He's heading to third. The throw is not going to be in time. So the Royals with runners at the corners here. Nobody out. Pena coming to the plate. Baseball will be tossed aside.
Kind of jammed him. That fastball ran inside on him. Tried to tuck his hands in through the baseball. Shatters his bat. He's still able to get that base hit through. I'm excited about that. Obviously, just a thrill for Mrs. Moustakas to be here to watch his son get his first major league hit. Mike Scioscia running out to the mound right now. Generally, when Scioscia goes out to the mound in these spots, it's a firm message.
Pena, the catcher, has drawn a walk and hit a fly ball to left. So 0 for 1. Infield playing halfway. Butler doesn't run all that well, so the determination is if the ball is hit sharply, try to freeze Butler and still try to turn 2. Pena doesn't run well coming out of the batter's box. No balls, 2 strikes. Irvin finally picked up his first 2 strikeouts of the game in the 5th inning. Still fighting that breaking pitch or the slurve that he's got going in the dirt. 1-2. We've said that a number of times tonight. 1-2, 0-2. He's been ahead.
7 times 0-2 count. He had 37 pitches out of the strike zone. Just haven't been able to finish off hitters. That's what you look forward to, is getting ahead 0-2. So many options. You have an option at 0-2, 1-2, even 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes
now.
Hitter's no longer as defensive as he would have been at 0-2 and 1-2. Butler with a leadoff walk stands at third. Moustakas with a base hit is over at first base. Vernon Wells very shallow and left. Pena strikes out swinging. The emergency hack doesn't work. There's out number one.
Why, a good fastball, located fastball, still the best pitch in the game. And that 94-mile-an-hour fastball, right on the outside corner, perfect location. Bobby Wilson setting the target, gets the ball right there. Unhittable pitch. Stayed on top. Good pronation of his wrist to be able to have that sink fastball away. And maybe no chance of that one. Way out in front, no chance, just tried to foul it off.
There's Chris Getz, the second baseman. Runner still at first and third. Getz looks at a fastball for a strike. Getz 0 for 2 with a ground ball to short and a pop-up in the shallow center field that Ibar made a catch on. One ball, one strike. That kind of reminds me of left-handed Steve Buechele. Kind of looks like him.
Yeah. Buechele had some serious pop, though. Gets more of a speed type player, just puts the ball in play, but definitely similar facial structure.
Gets pulling one foul down the right field line. It's 1-2. Buechele from Fullerton, isn't he? Went to Stanford.
That's pretty good. You remember that.
Played with his brother in the minor leagues. Who had never played baseball before. He was a quarterback at Fresno State.
Wow.
Tried to make him a catcher. Lasted a couple weeks. 1-2 on the ground. Under the glove of Trumbo into right field. Butler will score. Heading over to third base is Moustakas, and it's 3-0 Kansas City. Chris Getz with his 14th run batted in. And again on a 1-2 pitch.
When Getz is having some type of year against Angel pitching. Breaking ball flat again. Flat, slower type breaking ball, able to track. Put that ball by a diving Mark Trumbo at first base. And sometimes you just fall in love with that breaking ball. And you still have a good fastball. 429 average this season, including 4 RBI for him. As you mentioned earlier, he continues to hit well with guys on base.
Isunori Takahashi playing catch quickly. Meister Sturris comes into the mound and talk things over with Santana, who's at 97 pitches. Trailing this one 3-0.
There's always a possibility of a suicide squeeze put on here.
Inside out over the glove of Trumbo this time, headed toward the corner. One run is in. Getz is going to be stopped at third base. And it's an RBI double for Escobar. 4-0 Royals.
Almost able to make that play also just by him. And not a pitch well located for Santana.
Infield in now. Top of the order and Alex Gordon at the plate. One out, runners at second and third. 4-0 Kansas City here in the 6th inning. Good speed on the bases for the Royals with Getz at third base and Escobar at second. Takahashi just about ready to go. This would be the 100th pitch of the night. It's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gordon 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, a walk and a ground out. Kansas City with 7 hits tonight against Irvin. The Angels have managed 2 singles against Jeff Francis.
Well, you talk about a need for a strikeout here for Santana. This is a spot.
He went around. Gordon is out number 2.
A big
So
strikeout.
Yeah, huge strikeout. The infield will move back now with 2 outs, and Melky Cabrera coming to the plate.
Decent break on this slider. And you want to keep this manageable as far as coming back into a ball game. Can not afford to give up any more runs here.
Melky Cabrera chopping into short. Ibar's got it. That'll end the inning, but Kansas City scores 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits, leave a couple of men on. We head to the bottom of the inning, 4-0 Royals.
By Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. By El Pollo Loco. Now for only $5 at El Pollo Loco, get one of our 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable.
Well, the Halos down 4-0 now. Send up the top of the order against Jeff Francis. They've managed 2 hits, 2 singles. Torrey Hunter with a base hit of the 4th inning. Bobby Wilson with a base hit in the 3rd. Meiser 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and a bouncer back to the mound. Flips this one out to left center field. The leadoff man is on board for the Angels to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Last time that happened, that was Torrey in the 4th inning. He ended up getting advanced all the way to third base, but it cost the Angels 2 outs before Ibar chased a changeup that was up and out of the strike zone and ended up bouncing back to Francis to end the inning. At that point, it was a 2-0 Angels deficit. There's Torrey, who had a base hit, we pointed out in the 4th inning, a 1-for-2 night. A base hit that he picked up out toward right center field. Kind of the approach you want to have against Francis, who's only thrown 60 pitches tonight. 38 strikes, picked up 3 strikeouts early, and he's issued 1 walk. Two balls, no strikes.
He still won't give in and give Torrey Hunter a fastball. Just try to turn that changeuver over, a slow curveball to first pitch.
But as we talked at this homestand, why would you right now if you're an opposing starting pitcher?
You shouldn't.
Yeah. Down and in 3-0. And again, took something off.
Even when it's a fastball count, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be his best fastball. He's going to try to sink it or cut it. In advance reports against the Angel hitters right now. They're swinging the pitches out of the strike zone.
Torrey takes a strike there. 3-1 now.
Going to go fastball away here.
Big hole on the right side. Torrey pulls it to short. Escobar feeds Getz. The relay over to first. A little bit high. Torrey is safe on the fielder's choice. Torrey again trying to pull that off-speed pitch that was away from him. So 1 out and 1 on now for Howie Kendrick. Hey, tomorrow the pop sensation Taio Cruz is in the house. Kicking off the post-game summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com/concerts.
Can you believe it's tomorrow night?
No, I cannot. You think he'll join us for an in-game interview?
I hope so.
Got to show off the fancy backdrop we got.
He's got to come in there.
Right? Only if he wears the shades at night.
Oh, you have to.
Like Corey Hart once did. Breaking pitch in the dirt, and Torrey will advance to second. Wild pitch, charge to Francis, putting a man in scoring position. Howie Kendrick is 0 for 2, but the fly ball that he hit the last time took Melky Cabrera to the warning track in straightaway center field. Evens the count at 1-1. Howie now with the 0 for 2 tonight. 2 for 21 since coming off the disabled list. Making good contact.
Well, he was so hot before he got hurt, too.
Shooting one up the alley in right center field. That is going to go all the way to the wall. Torrey will come in to score. Howie in at second. An RBI double puts the Angels on the board. Trailing it 4-1.
Talk about a textbook approach against Jeff Francis going away. That ball extremely hard to right center field. Fastball away, stayed back with his hands. He tried to sink that ball away, Francis. Boy, good job as far as keeping your head still and hands back for Howie Kendrick as he hits that double.
First RBI.
15.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. It's a double.
It is a double. 19th of the year, 19th RBI of the year, 15th double is good. We just pointed out. Here's Bobby Abreu, who is 0 for 2. Takes the breaking ball down low. Bobby's popped out and grounded out. 1-0 pitch. Count even out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, what a nice approach by Howie. Just thinking about that swing again. That's exactly what he was doing as he got injured in Seattle. A hamstring. 1-1. Bobby swinging, fouling it back. 1-2.
Not only that ball was hit hard the other way, I mean, extremely hard. Stayed back with his hands. And when Howie gets on a roll, that's when you start seeing him get a lot of line drives in the gap in right center field.
Francis with the 1-2. Bobby bounces back up the middle, a base hit. Kendrick is being waved around. The throw from Cabrera is cut off. An RBI single by Abreu. Back-to-back hits for the Angels with men in scoring position. It's a 4-2 Royals lead.
Well, this is the first hit in his career, Bobby Abreu, against Francis. 0 for 14. Before that at bat, went right back up the middle. A couple good approaches in a row. Stay with it, stay back. Sands with the ball right by Francis up the middle. Line drive. Villanueva will attack both Gordon and Cabrera as far as trying to send base runners, coming home on that to make this a 4-2 game.
Bob McClure, the pitching coach, coming out to pay a visit to Francis. He was allowed 3 hits here in the 6th inning. Just now the 3rd time through the order. That's how effective Francis has been. He's retired the side in order 3 times in this game. The most hitters he's faced in an inning have been 5. That came in the 4th. Vernon Wells, the 5th guy he'll face here in the 6th inning. His overall numbers. Vernon popped out in the 2nd inning, drew a walk, the only base on balls issued by Francis. That came in the 4th. Vernon takes that pitch down and in. Bobby's got a pretty big lead over at first base. 10 stolen bases, 2nd on the Angels behind Eric Ibar's 14. The 1-0. Out back.
Pretty good hack at that pitch. Francis has allowed 7 home runs against right-handed batters. Again, when he makes a mistake, it's over the heart of the plate, and that's when he had a chance to hit the ball hard somewhere.
The Angels with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out. Bray over at first. 1-1. Out back with a changeup.
And that was a mistake thrown by Francis. When he hits that one straight back, 75-mile-an-hour changeup to the heart of the plate. Slow enough to be able to gather himself back, because initially he was out in front, but was able to keep his hands back.
Ahead of the count is Francis now at 1-2. And a throw over to Abreu. Keep him honest over there. Two and two. The Angels making Francis work here in the 6th inning. This had not been the case through the first 5 innings. This one round to left, a base hit. Bray will stop at 2nd. And the Angels have 2 on, 1 out. Eric Ibar coming up. First hit for Vernon Wells coming off the disabled list.
Boy, he threw a circle changeup, turned it over, but got a lot of the plate again. Missing location with that pitch now. Vernon is able to crush that ball in the left field for a base hit.
Here's Ibar trying to bunt his way on the first time. With a comebacker to Francis in the 4th. There's this one through the left side, base hit. Abreu is going to be waved in. Alex Gordon's throw to the plate is in time. And Abreu is thrown out for the 2nd out of the inning. ball not hit very deep, and Alex Gordon plays a shallow left field. Just like that, there are 2 outs with 2 on for Mark Trumbo.
Wayne Gordon very aggressive as far as charging that baseball. Ball hit hard by Moustakas at third base. Gordon right there to be able to field that ball, throw right on the money. Pena there to block the plate.
Pena decides to stay in and block the plate. Remember a couple of weeks ago when he bailed on a play at the plate against Mike Napoli, the Texas Rangers, costing Kansas City a game. Mark Trumbo, first pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. The Halos with 4 straight hits. 5 total hits here in the 6th inning. It scored twice and 2 men on here. Trumbo for 2. Strikeout victim in the 3rd. A ground ball to Moustakas at third base in the 5th.
Moving up the ladder with that fastball at 83.
Greg Holland begins to loosen for Kansas City. Quick visit by Pena. You've got Vernon Wells at second. Eric Ibar over at first base. The 0-2 from Francis. Trumbo pops it up on the first base side. This one's going to land with the dugout. The count remains at 0-2.
So you got to look for Trumbo just to fight this ball in the right field. Likely at some point they're going to try to sink something away, whether it's sinker or changeup.
Another 0-2. Popped him up. Shallow right. Getz is going out, the second baseman. Makes the catch. That will end the inning, but the Angels get on the board. 2 runs. They do it on 5 hits, leave 2 on. 6 in the books. 4-2 KC. To 2. Irvin Santana back out there. 103 pitches on the night. He'll face Hosmer, Francoeur, and Butler. The heart of the Royals order. 5 walks for Irvin, 4 strikeouts. Hosmer, strikeout victim himself in the 5th inning. A 0 for 2 game, and an intentional walk in the 3rd. Irvin falling behind here, 2 balls and no strikes. Hisanori Takahashi was loosening in the 6th inning. Nobody up right now for the Angels, although I see some action going on. There's a strike, but 2-1. Takahashi's back up now. Shouldn't take him long, just in case.
I think Mike Scioscia's going to give Santana much wiggle room if he walks Hosmer here. Even though it's a right-handed batter on deck, and Takahashi a left-handed pitcher down in the bullpen, get loose.
Full count now. All the other games in the American League in the books. Baltimore shutting out Tampa Bay 7-0. Yankees beating Cleveland 11-7. Texas defeating Minnesota 9-3. Seattle beat Detroit 3-2. Oakland snapped their losing streak. Hosmer pulls it foul. The Oakland A's picking up their first win for the new skipper, Bob Melvin, 7-5 over the White Sox. Boston defeating Toronto 5-1.
The Yankees and Cleveland had a little bench clearing brawl.
Hosmer popping this one up. Long run for Vernon toward the foul line. Makes the Jackson. There's out number 1. And this July, baseball's biggest stars will gather together in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night with summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July the 12th, live from Phoenix at 5 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. And folks, it's time.
It does count.
It counts. Frank Gore fouls off the first pitch. No balls and a strike. Frenchie's 0 for 3. A couple of double play balls he's hit into. Did he go? He did. Jerry Davis.
He's ready to go. You can see right away. Once they made the appeal down there, he's ready to ring him up on that swing.
0-2, the bat goes flying into the seats. Hopefully everybody's all right over there. A strikeout of Frank Gore is the second out here in the 7th.
Might have been the best slider of the game for Irvin. It was nasty. Everyone's okay in the stands with that bat throw.
Here's Billy Butler. Breaking pitch, strike on the outside corner. Butler, a 1 for 2 game, a ground out, a solo home run leading off the 4th. Had a leadoff walk in the 6th inning. He scored a couple of runs. Shooting it foul. It's 0-2.
Ninth 0-2 count for Irvin tonight.
Chopper up the middle, Ibar to his left, has it. Butler doesn't run well, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Irvin Santana. The first time tonight he's retired the side in order. 7th inning stretch time with Kansas City, still up 4-2.
For no-hitter in 1962, throwing himself right into the Hollywood spotlight.
The things that you heard or read about him are true.
He liked to have a good time. He had a red Cadillac, and he wanted to make a splash. He captured Hollywood, and Hollywood was after him too.
The bottom of the seventh, the Angels down by the score of 4-2. Jeff Francis back out there. Bobby Wilson will lead things off. The Angels setting up 8-9-1. Wilson, Borges, and Asturis.
I think Jeff Francis realized that his play Buttercup. It's over for him now. He's going to have to get down to the bullpen for help.
Bobby takes the breaking ball for a strike. It is almost like a death sentence, isn't it, for the opposing pitcher.
Oh, you got to be rushing out of there to get down to the bullpen for help.
Bobby late on the fastball there. It's 0-2. Wilson had a base hit in the third inning, hit a fly ball to center in the fifth. Oh-2. Flipping this one out toward right center field. Getz is moving back there. He'll make the catch. There's the first out of the inning. Fans, be sure to vote your favorite Angels for the 2011 All-Star Game in Arizona. That's coming up this summer. Voting now open and available at angels.com. Don't miss your opportunity to vote your favorite Angel. Vote up to 25 times online. And still, it counts. Here's Peter Borges. Swinging at the first pitch, bouncing it foul. It's 0-1 the count. Peter 0 for 2. Fly ball to left. That came in the third inning. Bounced out to Moustakas in the fifth. Here's the 0-2. Fouling it straight back. More fastballs this inning from Francis than the off-speed stuff.
He made some mistakes last inning on me, whether it be the curveball or changeup. Got a lot of the plate. Wasn't that effective. Now going back to the fastball, trying to spot that pitch.
Double barrel action for the Angels. Takahashi the lefty, Scott Downs also the lefty. Just making sure you're paying attention.
Two lefties.
Here's the 1-2. Borges pulling this one through the hole on the left side. There's a base knock. Peter is on board with a one-out single. Here comes Asturis.
Downstairs with a fastball. This time Peter Borges able to tuck his hands in and hit that ball sharply through the hole, and that might be it for Jeff Francis.
Ned Yost making the slow walk out there. The Royals had Greg Holland loosening last inning. And it's going to be Holland being summoned here in the bottom of the seventh inning. This bullpen for Kansas City, very young, inexperienced, great arms. Ability to shut it down or to give it up. Holland coming in. Angels down by 2. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by Bubba Burger, available in your grocer's freezer. Remember, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba. Bubba Burger.
How good is those Bubba Burgers?
How can you not?
You know what?
A Bubba Burger.
After you read that the last road trip, I came home and opened up the freezer. I had a Bubba Burger.
There it is. It just happens. Greg Holland comes in to pitch in his 9th game. 1-0 record, 0.00 ERA. 11 innings, 5 hits, 16 punch-outs and 5 walks. Jeff Francis succumbed to Buttercup. He's now in the dugout.
Well, I tell you. First
Peter
5
Boyd.
innings, though, the Angels is 2 for 15.
He was pretty good. Borges over at first base. Holland will have to pay attention to him. Holland last pitch on Wednesday against the Toronto Blue Jays. That pitch down and in. He struck out all 3 batters.
He's
Game on
straight
Wednesday.
over the top of that fastball.
One-0 pitch. The Stir is popping one in the shallow right center field. Frank Coor coming on will make the catch. Off the bag at first was Borges, but he's able to get back in there. There are 2 outs.
Where a lot of times when you have a batter take a long swing like that, it freezes an outfield. That's what happened initially with Frank Coor in right. He was able to come in and make that play, but Peter Borges a little bit off that base. And Frank Coor, one of the best, strongest, accurate arms in the outfield, just missed, doubling him up. Can't afford to get doubled up on a ball like that when it's in front of you, especially with the type of speed that Peter Borges has.
2 outs now for Torrey Hunter. Borges still at first. Peter takes off. Torrey pops it up in the center field. Melky Cabrera is under it. That will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and the Angels leave a man on. 7 in the books. Kansas City still on top 4-2. Court card. Irvin Santana, 7 innings, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, however, 1 intentional, 5 strikeouts. Kansas City with a couple of solo home runs, putting them up early, 2-0. He tacked on 2 more in the 6th inning. The Angels cut that deficit in half. 2 runs coming the bottom of the 6th inning. Hisanori Takahashi takes over for Irvin Santana here in the 8th. He'll be facing Moustakas, Pena, and Getz.
And you see by that graphic of his last 11 games, much more effective, particularly because he's been able to throw his fastball for a strike. His changeup been fantastic, as his curveball has been too, because it's all fed off the location of his fastball. Get up there 88 to 89 on the fastball, whether it's sinking away or rushing inside.
Hey, Sonori last pitched on Monday. That was against the Rays, the 5-1 defeat. David Price picking up the win there, but Tok pitched 2 innings, struck out 4 guys. Facing Mike Moustakas. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Moustakas picked up his first major league hit in the 6th inning, a broken bat single to right. Eventually came around to score the 4th Kansas City run. Swinging at that breaking pitch. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. One for 2 night for Moustakas. Did draw a walk in the 4th. 0-2. Hitting one in the air to center. Playable for Peter Borges. There's out number 1. Moustakas wearing the number 8. His major league debut today. The great Pete Lecoq would be happy.
Son of Peter Marshall.
That's right, Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
Here's Brian Pena. Pena spins around to hit for the right side, takes a strike with a fastball. Not too many guys wear the number 8. I was just looking at the numerical roster.
Does Mike McFarland wear that?
I guess Ed Kirkpatrick probably wore it the longest, 69 to 73. And then, of course, Lecoq from 77 to 80. Who'd you say? McFarland? Yeah, he wore it 1 year in 88.
That was a
Jim
good year.
Sundberg wore it for 2 years, 85, 86. Gary Gaetti wore it for a couple of years. Well, the guy I remember, obviously growing up in Kansas City in that time frame was Pete Lecoq. Pena flipping the 0-2 pitch down the line for a base hit. He's going to get extra bases here. A double with 1 out here in the 8th. His 5th double of the season.
A number of extra base hits on 0-2 pitches. More spinning action on that pitch. Out in front, but still able to get his hands through the baseball to be able to get a double to left field.
So here's Chris Getz, the second baseman. Getz 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the 6th inning. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. But Tok really needs to keep things in check here. Give the Angels any opportunity in the 8th and 9th innings. Especially with 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Halos in the 8th.
You got to keep it right at that 2-run deficit right here. All you need is a base hit and a home run. You're tied up. 3-run deficit's a big difference.
Eric Ibar drifting out on the pop-up. 2 outs. So with Pena still at second, 2 outs here in the 8th, here comes Alcides Escobar, shortstop. 2 for 3 night for the Venezuelan. Double, a single, and an RBI.
Very aggressive at the plate. Generally up there hacking first pitch.
Takes a fastball in at the knees. Good off-speed pitch, 0-2.
Boy, that was great arm action on that changeup. Escobar thinking fastball, reading that out of the hand of Takahashi, but he turned that changeup over, gets a swing and miss.
The bottom of the 8th inning, the Angels have Kendrick, Abreu, and Wells. Magic facing Holland. Retired the last 2 batters of the 7th. The 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeff Francis went 6 1/3, struck out 3, walked 1, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Irvin Santana, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 home runs. 4 runs, all 4 earned. 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. From 0-2 to 3-2, and Alcides Escobar.
Tried to force that changeup through. Threw a great one to him, 0-1. Since that point, he's not had a good release point on any of his pitches against him to be able to finish him off.
Off the end of the bat to second. Howie is there. That will end the inning. No runs, a hit. The Royals in a man in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the 8th with Kansas City still on top 4-2. Top 4-2. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer as well as your favorite devices. MLB.tv Premium lets you enjoy HD quality home and away coverage multi-game view as well as the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit Angels.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Greg Holland back on the mound for Kansas City. He'll be facing Howie Kendrick, Bobby Abreu, and Vernon Wells here at the bottom of the 8th. The Angels down by 2. First pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Howie had a double with an RBI and a run scored in the 6th inning. A 1-for-3 night. His 15th double of the season. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
And most times you see a guy that throws straight over the top like Holland does. With the fastball, is going to have a curveball more so than a slider. And on top of that, snaps it off the breaking ball.
It's 2-1 now. Holland, 25 years of age, North Carolina native, a 10th round pick in 07. Western Carolina University. Pitched in 15 games last year with Kansas City. Was 0-1 at a 6.75 ERA. Three and 1. Holland last year in his major league debut, if you will, in the 15 games he pitched in the big leagues. 14 earned runs at 18 2/3. It has been lights out so far this year. 3-1 pitch. And strike 3-2.
Spots the fastball pretty well.
Yep. He's throwing the ball well at AAA too before the call-up. 2-0 at a 2.08 ERA. Here comes the payoff pitch. Now he fouls it back. Kansas City with 4 runs, 8 hits, 8 left on base. The Halos with 2 runs, 8 hits. Each man at 6. The Angels 3 for 6 with men in scoring position tonight. Kansas City 2 for 10, but they've got the 4-2 lead. Here's the payoff again, and Howie again fouls it off, this time to the right.
Staying alive on some pretty tough pitches, too. More pitches you see against a pitcher, better opportunity. This is the 9th pitch coming up against. He's going to make a mistake at some point during this sequence. Let's hope that Howie's in position to make good contact when he makes that mistake.
The Angels winning their first game of this 9-game homestand a week ago tonight against the New York Yankees. They've dropped 5 consecutive games since then. Howie grounds this one to short. Escobar has it. There's out number 1. Sundays on Fox Sports West. Join Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall, the personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week it's Frank Robinson. Boys in the Hall, Sundays, presented by Subway, where winners eat. So 1 out, nobody on for Bobby Abreu. Bobby 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the 6th inning. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Holland quickly ahead now at 0-2. RBI for Abreu in the 6th inning, his 29th of the year. Holland unable to get that breaking pitch over. At least hasn't shown the ability to throw it exactly yet.
It's a good sharp curveball, but hasn't been in the strike zone. So if you're a hitter, you're not even going to think about swinging at that pitch yet until you can throw for a strike.
He went around on the slider. And down goes Bobby for out number 2.
Number 10, left fielder,
So 2 up and 2 down for the Angels here in the 8th. Here comes Vernon. And a base hit in the 6th inning, a 1-for-2 game, including a walk.
He gives him 17 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings pitched so far this year.
No balls in a strike. Vernon unable to hold up on the breaking pitch.
Back-to-back breaking pitches for Vernon Wells. Ball has him chasing the pitches out of the strike zone.
Going fastball away. Down at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Angels had 2 hits until that 6th inning. Ended up getting 5 total hits. Scoring 2 runs. Bobby Abreu was thrown out at the plate for out number 2 in that inning. A base hit by Eric Ibar. 2-2 now. Here comes the 2-2 from Holland. Fastball lifted foul and out of play. Reset, do it again. Tomorrow night, 6:05 here at the Big A. Felipe Paulino going for Kansas City. He pitched exceptionally well against the Angels in Kansas City. Well, Pinheiro going for the Halos. 2-3 mark at a 3.76 ERA. Again, looking for win number 100 in his career. It's Vin Mazzaro and Tyler Chatwood on Sunday afternoon, 12:35.
Mazzaro, that former Oakland A pitcher. Remember, he had that tough outing coming in relief. Would he give up 14 earned runs?
That'll stay with him for a while.
Yeah.
Boy, Holland with a good fastball in on Wells. Full count now. Eyeball on deck. Here's the 3-2. Vernon grounding one short. Escobar has it. Holland has himself a 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. 8 in the books. Kansas City still on top 4-2. Four to 2. Hishinori Takahashi back out for another inning of action. Gave up a 1-out double to Brian Pena in the 8th inning, but nothing else after that. Here in the 9th, he'll be facing 1, 2, and 3. Gordon, Cabrera, and Hosmer. Both teams with 8 hits. Kansas City jumping ahead in the 1st inning. Melky Cabrera with a solo home run. Billy Butler made it 2-0, leading off the 4th with a solo home run. Then it became 4-0 in the 6th inning. But the Angels got 2 back in the bottom of that 6th inning, and that's where we stand right now here in the 9th. Alex Gordon, the left fielder, 0 for 3. Fly to left, a walk, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch looked pretty good. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Joaquin Soria is up now.
Back in his closer role. It was taken away when the Angels were in KC. Now back
like
in
a
his
half
role.
a second?
Yeah.
Two balls and a strike. So they lost the closer's role for a week. Monday to Monday.
He's had to get that slider back in form. That's what he's had a tough time with, and his cut fastball.
Get that trade value back up.
Good point.
Here comes the 3-1 to Gordon. This one down the left field line, slicing away from Wells. Near the wall, reaches up and can't make the play. So full count now.
Vernon's going to reach for the ball. The fan reached over, and Vernon may or may not have been able to catch that ball, but the fan is hand in the way.
Not an easy play for any left fielder. That ball is slicing away from you. Having to deal with that short wall. On the ground to Howie. 1 out.
Now it's time for a Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Melky Cabrera on an 0-2 pitch from Irvin early in the ballgame. Second batter of the game. Turns on, hits it into the right field area for a solo shot at that point, putting the Halos up, putting the Royals up 1-0.
Coors Light cold zone. They got a couple cold ones up there.
I think they do.
There's Melky from the right side. Looks at a fastball down and away. Cabrera, a home run, a double, strikeout, and a ground out. So 2 for 4 games. This one fouled off on the right side. Wilson and Trumbo giving chase. They'll run out of room. It's a count, the ball and a strike. Home run for Melky Cabrera in the first inning, his 9th, picking up his 39th run batted in. Also picked up a double in the 3rd inning, 14th of the year. Good off speed pitch, 1-2.
Well, when he stays on top of that changeup, it's very effective.
Shook off Bobby a couple of times.
He's had a good fastball tonight. That one at 91. He's thrown a couple at 90 miles an hour. Now he has him set up once again for the changeup away. Go with the changeup.
Just got a piece of it too.
Now when you have that plane of the changeup away, if you could throw a breaking pitch on it, start off the outside corner, they catch the corner, it'd be effective. Right back with an off-speed pitch away.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Vernon's got a beat on this one. Doesn't have to deal with any fans. Two outs. Here comes Eric Hosmer now. The Halos in the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll have Ibar, Trumbo, and Wilson as the scheduled 3 guys. Joaquin Soria appears to be coming on.
Russell Brannon's still available on the bench for Mike Scioscia, a guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Brannion, Conger, Callaspo, as far as the 2 switch hitters. Left-handed options. On the ground, a Trumbo knocks it down, feeds Takahashi, and it's a 1-2-3 ninth. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Joaquin Soria coming into the game for Kansas City to face Ibar, Trumbo, and more than likely a pinch hitter. The Angels down 4-2. Losing streak down 4-2 here in the ninth. Will be facing Joaquin Soria, pitching now his 28th game. See that 4-3 record, 5.14 ERA, but Soria is coming off, according to save yesterday against Toronto, his first opportunity since returning to that closer's role, going down on Monday.
He had 5 blown saves for him this year. Fastball 90-94 range, curveball, slider, cut fastball.
Eric Ibar to lead things off. Ibar 1 for 3 at a base hit in the 6th inning. That was the play in which Abreu was thrown out. He had waved home. Alex Gordon, the left fielder, throwing him out. The first pitch fastball is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Soria with 8 saves on the year, delivers a strike here. Count is even at 1-1. 28 innings, 29 hits, 21 strikeouts. The 11 walks. Not quite getting the cutting action on the fastball that we've grown accustomed to seeing. Just missed off the plate. It's 2-1.
A lot of comparisons to Rivera with the Yankees as far as that ability to throw that cut fastball.
On the ground on the right side, gets to his left is there. Ibar's retired for the first out. Pretty good action on that pitch, getting in on the hands there. So 1 out, nobody on for Trumbo. Trumbo's 0 for 3. Strike out, a ground ball to third, and a pop up to second. Looks like Alberto Callaspo's come out to the on deck circle. He would be pinch hitting for Bobby Wilson. Fastball up and away. Lost tonight. The Angels dropped to 6 back in the West. Texas defeating Minnesota. They're playing a 4-game series in Minneapolis. Twins won last night. Texas winning it tonight. C.J. Wilson picking up the win. Trumbo fouling it back.
Watched that game last night with the Twins and the Rangers. I think that's the first game that Texas has beaten them in quite some time. I think they had an 8-game or 9-game losing streak for the Twins.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking pitch, a swing and a miss. 2 outs.
Boy, that curveball at 69 miles an hour.
So the Halos down to the last out. Sent Alberto Callaspo for Bobby Wilson.
We fooled him on that one. Not known to throw many curveballs. That one was very effective. Go fishing out of the strike zone on that one.
Callaspo hitting .290 on the year, 3 home runs and 28 runs batted in. Looks at a fastball for a strike. But Jeff Francis in line for his 3rd win, 2 of which will be at the hands of the Angels. Irvin Santana on the hook for a loss. Be his 6th. He'd be 3-6 after giving up 4 earned runs in 7 innings tonight. Barring a comeback, the losing streak would extend to 6 games. Just got a piece of it.
And again, came back with that slow curveball. So Brandon on deck. Obviously, base hit. Since the tying run, if we get that ball up in the air, Kayas would get on base somehow, some way. Going back from an 0-2 deficit here now.
Oh-2. Good action on that pitch. Missed outside, 1-2. Two balls, two strikes with 2 outs here in the ninth. Housman takes inside. Full count now. Brandon on deck. Pinch hitting at Borges' spot in the order. And the payoff. Alberto goes down swinging, and the losing streak is at 6 games as the Royals take game 1 by the final of 4-2.
Boy, they had a few better approaches as the game progressed against Jeff Francis. The first 5 innings, just 2 hits they got against him, and all of a sudden they found their swing. But that bullpen, the Royals committed a great job. Billy Butler with a solo shot, Melky Cabrera with a big game, including that home run in the first inning. Royals did enough to be able to win, and the bullpen held on. The defense on both sides was pretty solid.
Jeff Francis picks up the win. Irvin Santana lost, and Joaquin Soria notches his 9th save. For Mark Gubiza and our entire crew here at the Big A, I'm Victor Rojas. We thank you for watching Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, and we invite you to stick around as Angels Live with Billy Mack and Jose Mota is next.